Most people think the reason they haven't started a profitable plant business is because they don't own acres of land or because they don't have thousands of dollars to invest. But the truth? Some of the most successful small growers started with nothing more than a tiny backyard, a few buckets, and less money than most people spend on fast food in a month. Meanwhile, others pour thousands into farming and still fail because they start the wrong way. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to turn high-value plants into a real business, even if you're starting from zero. We'll break down how much money you actually need, the smartest plants to begin with, the biggest mistakes beginners make, and how ordinary people are quietly building serious income from tiny spaces. And trust me, stay until the end, because I'll reveal the one business model smart growers are using to make far more money without needing more land. Before we start, comment below. If someone gave you $500 today to start a plant business, what would you grow first? And if you're serious about building wealth naturally, subscribe to Golden Roots Living, because this channel is all about turning simple resources into real financial freedom. Let's get into it. Step 1. Stop thinking like a gardener. This is the biggest mindset shift you must make. Most people grow plants emotionally. Smart growers grow strategically. A gardener asks, "What do I like growing?" An entrepreneur asks, "What does the market desperately want?" That one shift changes everything. The reason most people fail isn't because farming doesn't work. It's because they grow low-value crops in oversaturated markets. Everybody grows tomatoes. Everybody grows peppers. That means competition is brutal and profit margins are tiny. But high-value niche plants, that's where the money hides. Plants like moringa, lemon balm, ashwagandha, calendula, and tulsi have smaller competition and much higher profit potential. You don't need more land, you need better strategy. Step 2. Start small, extremely small. One of the biggest mistakes beginners make is trying to become a full-scale farmer immediately. That's dangerous. You do not need acres of land to start. In fact, some people begin from balconies, patios, backyards, rooftops, or even containers. Your goal in the beginning is not to become massive. Your goal is to learn profitably. A smart beginner might start with 10 containers of lemon balm, a small moringa section, or a tiny herbal tea garden. This keeps your risk low while teaching you the business. Because here's the truth nobody talks about. Starting small and scaling is far safer than going big and failing. Step 3. Understand the real investment needed. Now let's talk money. Because most people assume starting a plant business requires huge capital. Not true. Some high-value plant businesses can realistically start between $100 and $1,000, depending on your setup. Your biggest beginner expenses will usually be containers or grow beds, quality soil, seeds or cuttings, watering systems, drying equipment, and packaging. That's it. You don't need tractors, you don't need giant greenhouses, you don't need expensive machines. In fact, many successful growers begin manually. The key is starting lean and reinvesting profits. That's how real businesses grow. Step 4. Pick one profitable plant first. This is where most people destroy their momentum. They try growing 20 different plants at once. Bad idea. Choose one profitable crop first. Master it. Then expand later. If you're in a hot climate, moringa, tulsi, or culantro can be amazing starters. If you have shade, gotu-kola works beautifully. If you want something beginner-friendly, lemon balm is incredibly forgiving. Focus creates profit. Chaos creates overwhelm. Step 5. Learn the value addition secret. Now this right here, this is where the real money begins. Most beginners only think about selling raw plants, but smart growers sell value-added products. Instead of selling plain lemon balm, they sell tea blends, sleep mixes, herbal oils, wellness products. Instead of raw calendula flowers, they sell skincare salves, infused oils, healing balms. That changes everything. Because value-added products can multiply your profit margins several times over. This is how small growers compete with larger farms, not through volume, through specialization. Step 6. Find buyers before you grow big. This mistake ruins many businesses. People grow first, then panic later trying to find customers. Do the opposite. Before scaling, talk to herbal shops, wellness stores, tea makers, local markets, skincare creators, and restaurants. Find out what people already want. A small, loyal customer base is more valuable than a huge harvest with nowhere to sell it. And today, social media makes this easier than ever. Some growers build profitable businesses just by posting harvest videos, educational content, and packaging videos online. People love watching natural products being grown. Use that to your advantage. Step 7. Reinvest aggressively. Your first profits should not go toward luxury. This is where many beginners fail. The first money you make should expand your system. Buy more containers, better drying equipment, irrigation systems, packaging, or more seedlings. Every reinvestment increases future income. Think long-term. The people making serious money from plants didn't become successful overnight. They scaled patiently.
The biggest lie society teaches is that financial freedom only comes from traditional jobs. But all around the world, ordinary people are quietly building income from skills, land, and knowledge they already have access to. You do not need perfection to start. You do not need huge land. You do not need massive capital. You simply need action. Pick one plant. Start small. Learn the business. Reinvest. Scale patiently. Because the future belongs to people who know how to turn simple resources into valuable assets. And your journey can start with something as small as a single seed. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to Golden Roots Living for more strategies on building wealth naturally. And before you go, comment below. What's the first profitable plant business you would actually start today? Seeds?